impressions, but they liked me enough to ask me to come back.
You don't have to sneak in a Guinness fridge anymore.
And I had a little bit. I had lots and lots and lots and lots of things to learn, and I spent the year, I did, you know, just learning my apprenticeship and going along and learning, but being always trying to be original. And then they asked me to do the second year, and they gave me a spot in the second half, and I had a little bit longer. I had about 8 minutes, and I went out and stole the show.
Yay.
And the next day, the phone was ringing, and they went, "We want this man because he's different and he's, you know, seems to be original." And it just went my way that night. It was just a fantastic feeling. I could feel it. I came out and did an impression of a well-known comedian. You wouldn't know him, a guy called Freddie Starr. Did a bit of Freddie Starr.
Heard of him, Freddie Starr.
Well, yeah, I mean, as I did this impression, I did a few little impressions. Then I did Cliff Richard, and I had this suit which was made, a teddy boy suit, and they pulled the whole suit off, and I sat at the piano and sung a medley of singing impressions. So I did Elton John and Billy Joel and Neil Sedaka and Gilbert O'Sullivan, and they were all my sort of heroes, and McCartney. And the place erupted, and the next day I knew I'd done really well, and even Tarby, you know, young lad. And
Northern Scouser?
yeah, he was, yeah. And and then from then I got offers of things like Copycats, and then went on to get my own series and things like that. So I've been very lucky. But that was the turning point, and I always remember that moment.
Fantastic.
It was a fabulous moment.
I got the question wrong.
No, you didn't. Well, go on,
You
tell
can
us
answer
again.
it.
Tell us
No,
another-
you're
tell us another
professional.
highlight.
No!
Go on, Chloe.
I think every single moment of our careers has been fabulous and contributed
give us
to other things.
One
another high
moment.
in
We're
X
looking for
Factor.
one moment.
That was my high in X
All right,
Factor.
well, James, you haven't shared your moment.
Okay, right. Okay, well, obviously, I've only done one show. So, The Apprentice.
Oh, it wasn't when you, in the Derbyshire Times, parking in a disabled spot?
What a wanker.
You go to
What a
prison- you go to
wank.
prison-
Was to create an energy drink. And, well, our drink, you can either create whatever drink you wanted. Ours was an energy drink. And it was called Big Dog, and it was my name. I thought of it. And I'm going to go fast forward it to then rewind it. So basically, we had to go and pitch the drink to a big group of professionals like in the industry, marketeers, and some of the biggest drink manufacturers of the world, and branding agencies and all sorts of stuff. And we basically then, it was going to be pitched on a billboard in the middle of Times Square. You know, the big billboards?
Yeah.
So we was going to have our moment where they were going to put a big billboard up there of Big Dog, etc. Anyway, so I'll go fast forward to rewind it, and we got to the boardroom, and the only reason we won the task was, and Alan Sugar was really pissed off because he was feeling a bit down, I think, but this was his favourite task, and we fucked it up. Everybody fucked it up. Both sides. Crap branding, no music in your adverts, you know, everything. He weren't happy with anything. The only thing he liked was Big Dog. That's the only thing, the reason why we won. Everything else weren't any good. So anyway, so we stood in Times Square and all got our arms around each other, and we're looking up at this billboard, and we must have been waiting about 2 or 3 minutes. We're waiting, boom, the billboard comes up, Big Dog. You know, I thought, wow, that's my name, it's up there. And to think that I'd put something up there, that my creation or my name was up there in Times Square with all these multi-million-dollar empires that are advertising up there and things like that. And I came out with a saying. And this saying went viral, and people were talking about it. It didn't get 1 million views, but it was a Vine, and people were going on about it. And I went, "The world's as big as our oyster."
The
world's as big as our oyster.
Big Dog.
I know the saying is the world's your oyster, innit? And I'm the world's as big as our oyster. And everybody always, when they see me, go, "James, the world's as big as our oyster."
That's a great story.
That is so James
Yeah.
as well.
Natasha, what's your moment of
Dear.
biggest thrill you ever got out of your career? On a stage, maybe, or an album, or release or something? What?
I thought it was your reality television. Hi. Was it your reality
No,
television?
just either, because you'd done X Factor, I'd done Apprentice, Bobby had been a comedian, he'd done A-lister, Sherry's had a long career. Like, not all of us have had a long career.
Career high?
So she was
career
in a
high,
band, so her career high, yeah.
I would have to say, going from a performing arts student, auditioning every other week, singing in every talent contest going, even singing for money in Blackpool and winning. When I was young, I was quite a good singer. I've abused my voice too much now, but... And then one day, I answered an audition for a girl band, looking for girls with attitude. That was Atomic Kitten. So we were together for about 4 months, gigging, rehearsing. All the songs were written. Time to routines a lot. And the guys that put the band together said, we're going to London and you're going to do a showcase for 6 different record labels. And we were like, oh fuck. Okay. So we were there all day practicing. I think we'd sang 4 songs to each record label. And I mean, we'd literally gone to like the pub, had half a lager and like a pub grub for our lunch. All travel down in this like one of the guys writing the songs was driving the car, and we were all like crushed him. And then all of a sudden it was like, manager on the phone, yeah, okay. You've been offered a record deal. And I was 16, and the 3 of us were just like, wah! Then it was like, ring, 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 hello. You've been offered another record deal.
Oh my God.
By the end, like 2 hours later, the 6 record labels all had offered record deals. They were fighting for us. And I remember saying to my manager, we must have been like on a Thursday, and I was like, Martin, I'm supposed to be in Blackpool on Saturday. I'm in the final of this singing competition. And he was like, Natasha, you're just about to sign a 1.5 million record deal. You won't have to do that now. Oh. And I just went,
Who did you sign with?
Innocent Records, which was with Virgin. Yeah, Hugh Goldsmith.
Oh, what a great moment.
Awesome.
Yay.
Come on then,
We
Sherry.
literally came home like 2 days later. We were like, ah! We stopped at Oxford Services and we were like getting some food, and we were all sat there and we were all like looking at each other and going, we've got a record deal.
Fantastic.
I remember just like phoning home and my mum sobbing. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna be famous.
Brilliant.
Sherry, have you thought of your moment?
No, not really.
She's been picking through the bowl of nuts. Nana, here's your crystal ball.
Well, you'll have to degrade it now, whatever it is, because your moment was slapping Austin's ass live on CBBUK.
Yeah, so I mean, I've just
While it's simultaneously.
I've just had such fantastic times in my career, and that I can't pick one.
I have got another one actually.
Go on, Nana's being boring
Okay,
tonight.
so obviously my whole life's been my band. And then my son, my youngest son Alfie, was about 2 months old. And my manager went, do you want to go and audition for Blood Brothers? And I was like, where? West End. I was like, how am I going to do a show in the West End when I live in Liverpool and I've got a 2-month-old baby? Don't worry about it, this is my old manager. Just do this and learn these songs. Well, when's the audition? Tomorrow. So you've got to be having a... I won't be able to give the best of who I am tomorrow when I've got a baby. So the audition got pushed back a week, and I read, learned the lines, blah, blah, blah. And for me, I went, you know what, it gets me up the house. My work had started dying down, and I was just like, I'm just going to be a mum. I'm going to be an at-home mum, look after my children.
Was this after Atomic Kitten?
After years
2009.
after.
Okay. When did you split up with Atomic Kitten?
2004,
Okay.
and this was 2010.
Okay.
So I'd done bits, but things were slowing down, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to be a mum and look after the kids. So this audition comes along, and I went, I like singing, and I've never been. because I could just always sing. But I wasn't an actress.
No, but fear is what drives you. The fear turns into excitement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I lost my fear. I got very complacent, is the word. And I knew my act worked, and I went places, and I was all right. And I got lazy. I got disillusioned with it. And then about 3 years ago, I discovered it again. I thought, no, I'm going to get off my arse again and start doing new things, and start doing new impressions and changing the material. And I was shitting bricks going out there. I'm going to go and try this out now. I'm going to try this out. You know, I've had the same stage manager with me for 29 years, and he was getting bored as well. And he said, I'm thinking of doing something else. I went, oh, don't, Bill, stay with me. He said, well, you just do the same thing. You don't try anything new. You used to be a maverick. You used to fucking go out there and try new things. I said, I know. He said, why don't you do it? It'd help, he said. And I went out and started doing it. And do you know what? That fear, I was so scared, like you just said, so terrified. But once you do it, like I did play this year, which was like an hour and a half of being on stage all the time, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lines I had to learn. Yeah. Terrifying. But you know what? I was terrified, but when I finished it, the first night, someone took a picture of me. You talk about seeing someone's joy, and I realised
exuberance.
It was fantastic. And the fear, you've got to embrace it, and you know your fear turns to excitement. And once you do it, and you conquer it, and if it goes well, geez, the reward is amazing.
You know what, being a singer, when you sing, you make people smile. That was the first time in my life. I had to portray feelings to actually hit people right there where it hurt, and make them feel the pain. And to look out and be stood there and be just like crying out in pain. And have these people just sobbing. I was like, fuck.
It's known as the standing ovation show.
Make people smile. It's very hard to make them cry.
Oh yeah, it's a powerful, powerful thing. That show, particularly Blood Brothers, they call it the standing ovation show because the part and the piece, if you do it well, everyone stands up. I've seen it. I was in tears as well. I've seen it twice.
That is the best final scene I've ever seen.
Oh, that's a real compliment.
I couldn't believe it.
There was a guy I saw, an Irish actor, I think he did with Kiki D, I think was in it, when I saw it, so many years ago, and his name was something O'Farrell or something. He was...
What was he, the narrator?
No, it wasn't the narrator. He was the young guy. They get shot in the end, don't they?
Mickey and Eddie.
Mickey and Eddie, and they shoot each other, but he was one of the brothers. Well, I couldn't control, I was sobbing. It was so brilliant, and he was in the pub, and he finishes this, and he's so powerful. And everyone stands up. It was one of those, it's a wonderful show. And I left the stage door and we went down to drink. And I was walking round from the pub, it was in the West End, walking past, and the actor that played the guy...
Was it the Phoenix?
He was an Irish actor called Colin O'Farrell or somebody like that, or Edwin O'Farrell.
Was it at the Phoenix?
I can't remember, but it was in the West End.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I thought, we'll go and have a drink. And I was walked past, and he'd come out the stage door, and he was just drinking in the pub, outside, having a drink. And I had to go up and shake his hand. I said, I've just seen you in the play, and I said, it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And he was really, you know, like really ordinary. Oh, thanks a lot, you know.
But for me, as like an untrained actress, at first it was like, how do I go from this heartache to, how do I leave it behind at the stage? And then all of a sudden it's like, you're sobbing on stage, you go in, you write your makeup off, you're like, good night.
Yep.
It's like therapy.
It is therapy.
Some days I go in, I've had the best day, my son's just started walking, and I go in and I'm like, how am I supposed to, how can I possibly portray this hurt and, you know, this pain and whatever when I'm so elated? And you're having to bring yourself down. And no one
That's
told me.
what's called acting. That's what's so brilliant about it.
And the best night I had was when I was having a great day and I went out on that stage and I poured my heart out and cried so much with pain.
It is good,
I was
isn't it?
like, fucking hell.
I tell you, you got it right. It's not only, even with what I do in the show, because although I'm a comedian, I love doing anything. I do a big thing with pictures of my family, and I sing Wonderful World.
That's what it is.
All right.
So that's that till, well...
Well, good thing it happened on finale night.
Yeah,
anyway.
no. What did I do?
So, are we going for a ciggy?
To the front of the stage.
Siggy?
I need to want a bunch of roses. I was like, don't worry.
Are we all going for a cigarette while we're all up?
I'm going to bed.
Here, give me that one, and I'll give Bob's this menthol one, because I like the clicky.
Mm. What the fuck is in that?
Drink.
One last sleep.
I'm going to bring these back over.
No, I don't want to get an alcoholic one, bud. No.
No. Oh, they aren't.
Oh.
Dude,
Where's- oh,
I
thank
might get
you.
a cup of-
This is so ghetto. These seats are so ghetto. Do you say that?
Guess so.
Huh?
So true.
You made me realise that I deserved better than what I accepted.
And now you're regretting it. Now
No.
you're regretting being with me.
No. No, you gave me like a normal relationship where there's no malice there. And
Thanks, babe. Did anyone want a drink, by the way? Yeah, sure. What, tea?
Should get the milk.
Yeah, please, Sherry. Thank you.
fucking toilet.
It's updraft. I just went to try to have a poo.
I can't go. I haven't been for 5 days.
Natasha,
I don't know what people's problems is with pooing in this house.
I don't know what it is either, but they
never
did
pooed.
say.
We know it's that.
They did say. I'm not taking it up the chuff when I've been in this house. I'll
I'm
tell
too
you now.
anally retentive.
They did say when you go in the house, you'll get constipated. Remember?
I've been
Well,
all
I've
right.
not been constipated at all.
I'm
Well, you
normally
are the lucky one.
constipated.
If
but-
anything, I've pooed more in this house than I have ever in my life. Thank you.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
I will. Oh! Rich will be very pleased when I say, have you had a good poo lately? It's so funny. I come out the toilet and he goes, so when I go, so good. And he goes, I'm so jealous.
Nah.
Good. Oh, it's a dreadful thing having to poo, isn't it?
It's
I'm
just
so
weird.
I normally struggle. I didn't eat. I haven't.
Awfully nice to
I
eat
normally
and so
do.
dreadful to poo.
The first day I struggled a little bit, but then afterwards, a flock of sparrows springs to
Yeah, I've
mind.
been a bit loose.
Loose, that's
Well, I
nice.
just thought it was fun.
Loose. There's a-
I just think it's funny that everyone's like, oh, I take my battery out when I take a poop.
I did that at first.
Oh,
Wait.
I do. I'm like, oh, sorry for that.
Well, I
Oh.
didn't at first, but Bobby was like, oh, you need to take your battery. And I thought,
Oh, I don't.
yeah, I do.
now
Am I
do
the
this.
only one? Do
I've
you
perfected
poop
it
when
now.
you take? Do you take
I'll
your
just do
battery out
that.
when you
I
poop?
leave it all in.
I keep my hand over it now.
No, I
And
take
I
the
run the
battery
tap
out.
and cough.
But to be fair, even when I wee, I go, just full of wee.
Thank you for that. Bobby, right behind you, there's a red ashtray. Thank you, sir.
Oh God, you know what? I think we should Payton are kicking the football through the post
What will
game
you call it? Kick?
kick and slide.
By
tin
Rob.
Kick
slide.
cushion.
Kick cushion. I
Kick
like
cushion
that.
through. Kick cushion
Kick,
through
kick
pole.
cushion. Kick cushion is quite nice. Kick cushion.
Kick cushion.
Kick cushion.
Soft and
And
gentle.
tin slide.
Oh,
slide.
tin slide's great.
Thought it was tin run.
Tin run, tin slide. People will be playing that now. You know that. If they've shown it, they'll be.
So do you
playing
guys
it.
know that's where Gail came from?
No.
Because when
Kiss my ass.
James was decorating his can,
Yeah.
he had nail polish, and he said, "Oh, Gail, here, put a little, I don't know, star on it or
Yeah.
something," and she wiped away one of his letters, and he goes, "Oh, Gail." That's where it came. That's where it comes from.
I never knew.
Is there a party tomorrow night?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Not a party.
mellow party.
Yeah, drinks.
They do.
Drinks.
giving foot massages. He's cooking his food with it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Vibe.
Chicken with it.
I'm sure you've ate some of my foot jam.
I've smelt your
Leave it.
fucking ass jam.
That was James all day farting.
That's what you say.
Whatever.
Whatever, girl.
Whatever.
Whatever.
But tomorrow will
moron.
be
Take a
fun,
walk.
and we'll
Don't
never
go
do it again.
Cray on me.
Cray cray.
Ugh, let's not do that again because it takes Bobby 9 times. We have to tell him 9 times what it is.
Rich.
Don't go cray cray on me. He's like,
go cray cray.
don't go KKK on me.
Don't go
We're like,
K.
Bobby, it's cray cray.
Cray.
Don't go KKK on me. No, Bobby, cray
No.
cray.
Say that. Cray cray on
Don't
me.
say that.
Cray.
Sarah.
Don't go cray on
Cray
me.
cray on me.
Anyway,
Should we go to bed?
I think it's a very good
yeah.
idea.
Why don't we
Packing
ask? Why don't we ask if
suitcases.
we can watch the slideshow one more time?
No.
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 I've seen myself way
All
too
right,
many
all
times.
right.
Way too many times, thank you.
All right. Well, good night, all.
Good night,
night.
folks. Good night,
I
folks.
know.
Have a great day tomorrow.
I don't think Diary warns us both to go to bed.
James is in there.
We have any energy. We'll be like, yeah,
I think everyone's gonna have to go in there tonight.
we've had a great time.
We haven't been called in about.
I know, but I'm saying I think everyone might have to go in there
James
tonight.
is on his way out.
We've had such a great time. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, cool.
Everyone else has been in, but us, babe, didn't they?
Come on. It's better by time.
been in. What are you over there whispering?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
What about? What, they didn't ask you about your experiences or anything like that?
No,
Nothing?
no.
Oh,
I think
God.
we're first for the chop,
Yeah,
baby.
I know, that's what
I
I'm
think
sta-
we're like fodder.
That's what I'm starting to think. Shit.
I think they just like to see us in the bathroom and mock us.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for that. No, it's fine. I love you.
I have to
love
say-
you truly. Truly love you.
Yeah.
Truly looked after us. Mad respect for
Thank you.
Love you.
First
love
for
you.
the chop.
but we are first for the chop.
Yeah,
if this
we
was
are.
a butcher's, we would be the big juicy cow that's going first for the chop.
Yeah, with the big cleaver, meat cleaver.
Big old Cleaver Joe
Yeah,
coming for us.
Yeah. Why?
We're gonna sit there on that sofa and we're going out that door.
We haven't been in, have we? Everyone else has been in.
They're like, oh, that couple that we pinned. Oh, we haven't called them in yet. Awkward. Oh, they're now talking about it. Go to camera 5.
Ah, it's all right, baby.
So okay, we can just cut them out tomorrow. Nice and easy elimination. Up the stairs and out. And I'll give them a few words of encouragement. Bye.
Bye.
Rylan, don't kick them in the balls too hard on bit on the side. And don't kick that poor woman in the face. You know, that one with this strange accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we just punch on it and be like, wah, wah, wah?
No.
Why
babe.
you not want me?
No. It's cool. It's cool though.
Who's got the covers in who hand? All the arguments about tennis. Who's got what side, whose ball's out and whose ball's not. We've had a good time, haven't we?
Brilliant.
Hey?
Well, let's get this bed situation now.
Should we make it up now then?
Yeah, because
All
I'm gonna
comfy.
jump in the pool.
I'm gonna do that.
What's the matter with you?
Pool and then man tub.
Aye. Aye,
Is
mate.
it like, did you not like respect our opinion, sister?
Ooh,
I know.
Natasha,
That's a very sexual position.
you're presenting to the entrance into the doorway. If I do say so myself.
Right.
I don't want to speak to her.
No, baby, no.
I must have put.
I will
Half a
kiss my
stone
bed
on.
when I see
I
it.
have. I bust the zip on my jeans. I was trying to